Hi, I'm Julian from Retro Engine Duo, and we're going to be talking about the Analogue Pocket. Analogue was formed in 2011 by CEO Christopher Tabor, and they actually used to do Neo Geo components and arcades made out of solid wood. Analogue is very well known for their third-party high-end consoles such as the Analogue NT, the Super NT, the Mega SG, and the upcoming Duo, which will be playing TurboGrafx 16, PC Engine CD, and PC Engine Super Graphics. But we're here to talk about the Analogue Pocket. On this video, we're going to be showing you the unboxing, technical aspects and features, show you some of the actual gameplay, give you my first impressions, and is it actually worth it? This handheld actually plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance straight out of the box, but can be further played with Game Gear, Atari Lynx, and Neo Geo Pocket Color with adapters that you buy straight from Analogue. This is also FPGA, which means there is no emulation at all. The circuitry actually sends the information through versus software when you use emulation. So there's no lag, no latency. Everything inside is neatly packed with simple bubble wrap and nice matte black finish boxes wrapped in plastic. First thing we see is the shipping order that tells you the contents you ordered. Next, I found the USB-C fast charging power supply. This is completely a separate item at $19.99 on the website. Then I pulled out the Sega Game Gear adapter I also ordered separately at the time of the initial pre-order. These adapters currently sell at $29.99 each when they are available. Finally, I pulled out the main box housing the Analogue Pocket, which also contains the USB-C cable for charging. As you can see when I flip it over, there is the cartridge slot as well as the L and R buttons mainly used for Game Boy Advance games. The bottom of the handheld has the original link port for multiplayer with other Analogue Pockets, the USB-C port for charging, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side, you see our right speaker and the micro SD card slot. This is primarily used for firmware updating and programs such as GB Studio. On the left side is the left speaker, the volume controls, and the power button. The Pocket has a 3.5-inch LCD screen, 1600 by 1440 resolution, 615 ppi, 360-degree display rotation in tape mode, variable refresh display, a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, 6 to 10 hour gameplay time with 10 plus hours sleep time. All buttons are also mappable. As you turn on the Analogue Pocket, once you've gone through the initial startup settings such as choosing a language, etc., the main menu is very bare bones but straightforward. You can directly play the cartridge that is currently in the slot on the other side, select tools for Nanoloop and GB Studio. Below that, you can go to settings where you can edit the audio and visual aspects of each system, general Pocket display, audio, reset options, startup action choice of the main menu or straight to the current game inserted, beta options like the save and load states, and finally, the about area. Recently, I bought this classic Zelda title, Oracle of Seasons. However, this is not the original cart, as the game was only released physically for the Game Boy Color. So what I have in my hands is a reproduction cart where someone loaded the game onto a Game Boy Advance cart. Will it work in the Analogue Pocket? The answer is yes, but with some limitations. Not because of the Pocket, but due to how the programmer behind this repro decided to have a fixed width to where I can't stretch it horizontally to fit the 1600 by 1440 screen. Still, this is more than capable, and it's actually a really fun game. Another great feature is that you can actually put the Pocket in sleep mode anytime during a game and come back to it exactly where you left off, simply by pressing the power button one time to sleep, then pressing it again when you're ready to continue. So if I had to say anything negative about the Analogue Pocket, it would be during gameplay I could tell that the D-pad is not exactly the best around compared to something like Nintendo's. Nintendo tended to have some of the best D-pad designs ever in the history of gaming, and it shows because everybody else who's ever tried to create their own version of a D-pad typically doesn't really do that great of a job. I will say the Sony PlayStation's D-pad is actually one of the most unique, but one of the best D-pads that you'll ever get. As for the Analogue Pocket, though, the D-pad is actually a little bit more squishy. It tends to feel the tiniest bit spongy, but it's not bad. It actually works very well, and response time was pretty on par. So, the only things that I can say that are negative about the Analogue Pocket is the fact that the Game Gear adapter, as far as, and I'm guessing this will happen with most adapters, is the fact that it feels a little flimsy as far as very loose inside of the Pocket itself. Whereas if you wanted to pull out a game, which I have Batman Returns here for the Game Gear, it's going to take the actual adapter with it, which is kind of alarming. But if you actually put in a Game Boy or Game Boy Color game, as far as into the back of this, as demonstrated here with Castlevania Adventure, it's mostly the Pocket that's flimsy in terms of holding it in. Very easy to take out as far as from the slot, whereas the adapter is very tight. This takes a little bit more to pull out, which I think the Pocket should have been doing in the first place. The Analogue Pocket is actually, in my eyes, worth it, but that's only in my personal opinion. It is not for the casual user because of the price tag, but I would say the screen is amazing, the sound is incredible, it plays really well despite the D-pad, and I highly recommend it for anybody that is, a collector like me. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell for updates on new videos. Be sure to watch our review of the infamous Mattel Hyperscan, and we also do separate live streams on both YouTube and Twitch. To find out when we're live streaming and on what platform, make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/RetroEngineDuo, and twitter.com/RetroEngineDuo. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.
Action.
Today on this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's in the box. God damn it! I was doing so good!
What's in the box?
Damn it.
What's in the box?